Today I will be taking module 5, game theory. What is a game theory? Game in a operations research. A game refers to a competitive situation. What do you mean by competitive situation? It's a situation where there are two or more opposite parties with conflicting interests, and the action of one depends upon the action which the opponent takes. For example, candidates fighting in an election. So the success of one candidate depends upon the action or the decision taken by his opponent. So the final outcome is controlled by the decision taken by both of them. So one more example I can give is suppose you consider two channels, Star Plus and Sony. Okay. Now Sony wants to air at 8 o'clock a movie, and Star Plus wants to air a cricket match. So the success of Sony depends upon the action taken by the Star Plus. So you have to remember what is a game. It is nothing but a conflicting situation where the success of one person depends upon the action taken by the opponent. So that situation is called as a competitive situation where the success of one person depends upon the action taken by the other. So again, I'm going to repeat. A game refers to a competitive situation. So you can just remember that the success of one person depends upon the action taken by the other person. So that kind of situation is called as competitive situation. Competitive situation means both have the conflicting interest. That means both of them are interested to win that game or win that situation. So the success of one person depends upon the action taken by the other person. So I'll brief you. A game refers to a competitive situation. What do you mean by a competitive situation? It's a situation where there are two or more opponents with a conflicting interest, and the action of one depends upon the action taken by the other person. The outcome of the situation is controlled by both the parties' decision. So the final outcome is dependent upon both the parties' decisions. So for example, in a chess, whether I will win or lose depends upon the action taken by the opponent, or what decision he takes, what move he adopts. Depending on that, I can win the game. So it is solely not controlled by my decision, but it is controlled by the opponent's decision. So the outcome of the situation is controlled by the decision of all the parties involved, and such a situation is called as competitive situation. In other words, what do you mean by competitive situation? It represents a game where the conflict between two or more parties. And I already gave the example of the candidates winning in the election. So both the opponents, the victory of one person is dependent upon the action taken by the opponent. Okay. So I have written. Now I am going to proceed. What is the definition of a game? I already told you have to keep in mind it is nothing but the success of one person depends upon the action taken by his opponent. So when we define, it is nothing but it's an activity between two or more persons involving activities by each person according to a set of rules. You always know that every game has a set of rules. Okay, when we take the decision, it should be within the set of rules, within that area where I can take my decision. I cannot go outside that, because every game has its own set of rules. Okay, and when you finish the game, there will be one will succeed, another one will not succeed. That is, one will gain, another one will lose. Now I am going to tell the basic terminologies. These are very important in order to know what is the game, what is the meaning of the game, and how we are going to work out the problems based on these basic terminologies. The first one is known as the player. What do you mean by a player? Whoever participates in the game are called as players. They might be 2 players or they may be more players. So if the game is between 2 persons, then it is called as 2-player game. Okay. Now, what do you mean by strategy? The literal meaning of strategy is it's a course of action. What action you are going to take. But when I talk a strategy with reference to game theory, it is nothing but a course of action from a list of courses of action. You'll be having so many, might be you'll be having 5 courses of action which you can take. Okay, in that 5 courses of action, you are going to choose one course of action, and that is called as strategy. When I talk about strategy, there are 2 types of strategy. One is called as the pure strategy, other one is called as the mixed strategy. It is very important because they might ask the questions, what is a pure strategy or what is a mixed strategy. I will tell in simple words, you remember what is a pure strategy is. Now I know with confidence what my opposite party's action is going to select. Okay, when I can confidently determine what action is going to take. Okay, because he is going to always select a particular course of action. So I can guess what is his action. When I am able to guess what is the action of my opponent, then that is called as a pure strategy. Okay. Now, when I am not able to guess the strategy which my opponent is going to take, then I keep guessing. Therefore, that kind of strategy where the course of action is associated with some probability is called as mixed strategy. Okay, so I'm just going to tell a strategy. Again, I'll brief you. Player is nothing but all the persons involved in the game are called as players. Strategy is nothing but a course of action. So in reference to this game, when I talk about strategy, it is nothing but you're going to choose a particular course of action from the list of course of action which are available. Now, strategies are of 2 types. One is called as pure strategy. That is when a player knows exactly what the other player is going to do. When I'm able to tell with confidence my opponent's action, then that kind of strategy is called as pure strategy. When I'm unable to guess what action my opponent is going to take, then the strategy which he adopts will be with certain probabilities. That is called as mixed strategy. Okay, so I'll repeat. If a player is guessing as to which activity is selected by the other on any particular, then it is probable. Might be you will take this action, you might be taking that action. I'm not sure what kind of action that my opponent is going to take. Then I call that strategy as mixed strategy because it is a probabilistic situation. I'm not able to guess what activity the opponent is going to take, and that kind of strategy is called as mixed strategy. Next, you have to know what do you mean by 2-person zero-sum game. As the name itself suggests, 2 persons means there will be 2 players, and it is called as 2-person zero-sum game. That means the gain of one person is equal to the loss of the other, so that when you add it is equal to 0. Then that game is called as 2-person zero-sum game. Okay, again I'm repeating. As the name itself suggests, there will be 2 persons. So the gain of one person is equal to the loss of the other. So that when you add, that is when you sum up the final answer, you get it as 0. That is called as 2-person zero-sum game. Okay, now, and game is also called as rectangular game. Okay, now then the next term which you have to know is known as payoff. payoff is nothing but the outcome of playing a game. Okay, whatever result you get, when you are able to give in quantitative terms, then that outcome is called as payoff. Now, usually when we do the game theory, we will put all the outcomes in the form of a matrix, that is both the players. Usually we are going to deal here with only two players. Might be, for example, player A and player B. All the outcomes we are going to put it in the form of a matrix, and that matrix is called as payoff matrix. Okay, so what is the definition I am going to tell? When the players select their particular strategies, the payoffs, that is either gain or loss, can be represented in the form of a matrix. That is called as a payoff matrix. Now, when the payoff matrix, I told us, it is nothing but arrangement in the form of rows and columns. Okay, here when I talk about a game, all the activities of player A is represented by row, and row is nothing but horizontal, and all the activities of the player B is represented by columns. So matrix, already you know that it is nothing but arrangement in the form of rows and columns. In game theory, row stands for player A's activity and column stands for player B's activity. Okay, each entry, that is each number in the payoff matrix, represent whatever activity taken by player A and corresponding activity taken by player B. So we represent by the letter Vij. It is nothing but I stand for the activity taken by the player A, and J stands for whatever value corresponding to the activity taken by player B. Okay, so each value represents the corresponding value. The first letter stands for player A, the second letter stands for player B. Okay, so for example, this is how we are going to write a payoff matrix for a game theory. So here it will be player B, here it will be player A. Each value, suppose I say V11, that means it represents the activity taken by player A 1 and player B also 1. V12 means the first activity, that is 1 stands for player A and 2 stands for player B. So we always put it in the form of a matrix, and so this is called as a payoff matrix, where the value stands for both player A and player B. That means whatever corresponding activity taken by player A, there will be the activity taken by player B also, and that value we represent in the form of matrix. Now next you have to know what is known as maximin minimax principle. Very important, and it is very simple. So I am going to explain with that example. Now, so you consider the following game. Usually the game will be given in the form of a matrix. That means rows will stand for player A and columns will stand for player B. So now this is the game given to you. Now what is this maximin and minimax principle? First we are going to find what is known as row minimum. Row minimum. So you find row minima. Row minima we say, that means the smallest value among the row. So here both are same, so row minima is 1. So we'll go to the next one. So what is the smallest value? 4 and minus 3 are there. So minus 3 is the minima value. Next, for column it is maxima. So it is biggest number. So among 1 and 4 we are going to have 4 as the bigger number. Here the bigger number is 1. So have you followed? So row minima is nothing but from each of the row we are going to select the smallest value or the minimum value. So here both are same, so 1. Now Here it is 4 and minus 3. The smallest value is minus 3. But for column it is the highest value, maximum value. So in the column I am going to choose the maximum value. So among 1 and 4, highest value is 4. And among 1 and minus 3, the value which is highest is 1. Now in the minimum value I am going to choose which is the highest or the maximum. So I am going to write maximum of minimum value. Maximum of minimum value. So among 1 and 3, which is the maximum value? So this is the maximum value, and maximum of minimum value is given the name maximin. So that is meaning what? Maximum of minimum value. So this is called as maximin. Okay. Now in column maxima, maxima means what? It is the highest value or the biggest value. In that biggest value I am going to choose minimum or the smaller. So minimum of maximum value. Minimum of maximum value, that is called as minimax. Okay, so this, which is the smallest of this? This one. So this is called as minimax. Okay. Now you have to know what is called as saddle point. Saddle point is nothing but it is a point where maximin is equal to minimax. Okay. So now in this problem both are same. That means saddle point is nothing but where both the values are same. That is maximin is equal to minimax. Okay. So that means this game is having a saddle point. Now you have to also know what is called as value of the game. Value of the game is nothing but what answer you get, what number, what numerical you get for maximin equal to minimax, that is called as value of the game. So I'll repeat, saddle, first you have to find the row minima. Row minima means smallest among each rows. In that row minima, okay, whichever is maximum or the highest value, that value is given the name maximin. Similarly, you have to choose the highest value in the column, highest value in the column, okay, for each column. In that value chosen, you have to choose the smaller one or the minimum value, that is called as minimax. When maximin is equal to minimax, we call it as a saddle point. That position is called as a saddle point, and whatever answer we get at that point is called as value of the game. Okay, so saddle point is nothing but it is the position or the point where maximin is equal to minimax, and the answer or the value what we get at maximin equal to minimax, that is called as value of the game. So I explained with the example. So I am now going to define. I'll tell you saddle point is nothing but where the maximum of row minima is equivalent to the minimum of the column maxima. Okay, that is called as saddle point. Again, I am repeating, a saddle point, it's a position or a point in the payoff matrix where the maximum of row minima is equivalent to the minimum of column maxima. That we call the name maximin equal to minimax. Is it clear? So again, I have given in a simple definition. A saddle point is an element, it's an element or a number in the payoff matrix where the smallest element in the row is same as the largest element in the column. Also we say that saddle point is a equilibrium point. Okay, that means it is a stable. So that's why we get the name saddle point. Again, what is the value of the game? Value of the game is nothing but the payoff, or we call it, what answer we get as the payoff. The technical term given to is that payoff, where maximin is equal to minimax. That value is called as value of the game. That number is called as the value of the game. Again, I am going to repeat. What is the saddle point? A saddle point is nothing but where the maximum of row minima is same as the minimum of column maximum. It's a payoff where both are same. And what answer we get at the saddle point, that is called as value of the game. Now, two more definitions you have to know. That is, what is game, when a game is called as a fair game, when a game is called as strictly determinable. So, when the value of the game is 0, a game is said to be fair game. So, again I am repeating, a game is said to be a fair game when the value of the game is 0. When the value of the game is not 0, the game is called as strictly determinable. Very simple. A game is said to be fair if the value of the game is 0. If the value of the game is not 0, it is called as strictly determinable. Now, I am going to work out problems based on this maximin and minimax principle. Now, just see, the question is solve the game whose payoff matrix is given. So, game will be given like this. So, with strategies of, so row stands for player A and column stands for player B. How we are going to solve this game? It's very simple. Okay, always given a game, you have to first see whether it has a saddle point. How do you find a saddle point? First you find row minima. So row minima is nothing but among the row, choose the smallest element. Now what is the smallest element? -3 is there, -2 is there, 6. So you know that in this the smallest element is -3. Now 2, 0, 2. Obviously 0 is the smallest value. Here 5, -2, -4. So which is the smaller one? -4. Okay. So these are the strategies of okay. Next. So row minima we understood. Again I am reading. From each row choose the smallest element. Among the chosen element, choose the maximum value. Which is the maximum value? Because these both are negative, so 0 becomes the maximum value and it is given as name as maximin. Okay, now find the column maxima. That is, from each column choose the maximum or the highest number. What is the highest number? 5. What is the highest number? 0. What is the highest number? 6. Now in column maxima, in the highest value, you have to choose the smallest one, and this is called as minimax. Okay. So we found maximin, we found minimax. Now in this example, what is maximin? Maximin equal to 0. Also minimax equal to 0. So now when both are same, that means there is a saddle point. That is maximin equal to minimax, which is equal to saddle point. Okay. Now what is value of the game, and that saddle point the value is 0. So the value of the game is nothing but the value which you get for the saddle point. Value of the game is nothing but which is equal to saddle point, that is nothing but equal to 0. Therefore value of the game is equal to 0. Is it okay? So you are going to find row minima for each of the row, and you are going to find the column maxima for each of the column. Among the values which you found, you are going to choose the maximum value, and that is given the name maximin. Similarly, here in each column you have found the highest or the maximum value. Among the maximum value you are going to choose the minimum value, and it is given the name minimax. So when maximin equal to minimax, we say that a game has a saddle point. Okay, when the game has the saddle point, whatever value you get for the saddle point, that is called as value of the game. Okay, now I am going to go for the second one, second problem. So solve the game whose payoff matrix is given by. This is very simple. Okay, now how we are going to solve it? First you are going to find row minima. So that is 1, 3. Which is the smaller one? 1. Here 0, minus 4, minus 3. Which is the smallest one? It is minus 4. Here the smallest one is minus 1. Again I am going to go for column maxima. I am going to find column maxima. That is, from each column I am going to choose the biggest value. Here it is 1, here it is 5, here it is 1. Among the minimum value I have to choose the maximum or the highest number. So I am going to circle that, put an arrow and call it as maximin. Among the maximum value I am going to choose the minimum value. So these both are called as minimax. Okay, now are both are same, we find that maximin is equal to minimax. Therefore there is a saddle point. And what is the saddle point? It is the point is 1. So value of the game is 1. Is it okay? So maximin equal to minimax, which is equal to saddle point. Saddle point, that is equal to 1. Now saddle point, where 1 comes, you can write the value. So what will be the value of the game? Value of the game is equal to 1. Okay. Now I will do with the same thing. They can just give only the numbers also. That is also there. Solve the following game. Okay. So this is the sum given to you. So first thing is you are going to find row minima. So what is the smallest value? 9, 3, 1, 8, 0. So 0 is the smallest value. 6, 5, 4, 6, 7. 4 is the smallest value. 2, 4, 3, 3, 8. So which is the smaller one? 2. Here the smaller one is 5, 6, 2, 2, 1. The smaller one is 1. Now I am going to write column maxima. In this column, which is the highest one, which is the biggest number? The biggest number is 9. Here the biggest number is 6. Here the biggest number is 4. Here the biggest number is 8. Here the biggest number is 8 for this column. Now among the minimum value, I have to choose the which is the highest one or the biggest one. So here highest one is, so this is called as maximin. Here column maxima. So in that I have to choose the smallest value. So the smallest value is 4. This is called as minimax. Are both same? They both are same. So here maximin is equal to minimax, which is equal to the saddle point, which is equal to 4. Therefore, value of the game is equal to saddle point, which is also equal to 4. Okay, so this is, so the saddle point at which position? It is 3, and this will be usually player A, this will be player B. So it's come in which row? So saddle point will come at which position? That also they can ask. Saddle point for A, it is in the second row, and for B it is in the third column. So saddle point you can write as 2 by 3. Here also if you want you can write. So 0 is coming. So saddle point is 0. Which row it is coming? It is coming in the second row as well as second column. Here also saddle point. There can be more than one saddle point. So here it is coming at, so it is coming at 1, 1. Then it is coming at 1, 3. Then it is coming at 3. So now we'll go to the next one. One more. So solve the following game. Okay, player B and player A. So what you have to do? I'm just going to so what is the first step? Find row minima. So what is the smallest value? -3. What is the smallest value? 1. What is the smallest value? -1, which is the bigger one. So this is called as maximin. So I have to find column maxima. Highest value is 1 here. Here it is 5. Here it is 11. Which is the smallest among these? This is called as minimax. Okay. So are both same? Yes. Therefore there is a saddle point. When maximin is equal to minimax, there is a saddle point which is equal to 1. So what will be the value of the game? Value of the game will be equal to the, which is the value at saddle point, which is 1, and saddle point is at the position, which row, which column it comes? It comes for player A. So it is represented by Roman numeral 2 and for B it is Roman numeral. I will be doing one more. Okay. Now the question is, I'll read the question. For the game with payoff matrix, you have to determine the best strategy for player A and player B. You have to find the value of the game. Now we have to say that whether the game is fair or strictly determinable. If you get the value as 0, then we say it is a fair game. If the value of the game is not 0, it is called as strictly determinable. So I'll just so what is the first step? Find row minima. So row minima is, which is the smallest value minus 2, which is the smallest value minus 6, which is the highest value for column. Highest value is 6, highest value is 4, highest value is minus 2, which is the bigger one. Always negative numbers are, this is called as maxi min, this is called as minimax. Okay, so they have asked find the best strategy for player A. For player A, where this minus 2 comes, it is coming in A1. Best strategy for player A is A1, and best strategy for player B is equal to B3. We have maximin equal to minimax, which is equal to saddle point. Okay, that the value is minus 2. And minus 2 is coming at which position? Saddle point is coming at 1, and for B it is 3. And value of the game is equal to saddle point. So value of the game is equal to minus 2. So it is not 0. So the game is not fair, but game is strictly determinable. So you can write your final conclusion. Since the value of the game is minus 2, the game is strictly determinable. Okay, now I am going to stop at this. So I have given you the introduction. I have worked out the problems based on maximin and minimax. I will stop here. Okay, whatever is there, all the notes I will send it to WhatsApp, plus I will give some problems for you to work out and send the picture to WhatsApp. So thank you.